Hi, my name is Nick from Cascade Fence Deck, and in this video, I'm going to show you the different railings we offer and how they apply to your lifestyle, design preferences, and your budget. So, the best railing for your deck has less to do with style and everything to do with how you actually live. Are you hosting friends? Are you watching the sunset? Do your kids need safety? Here's how to pick a railing that fits your actual life, not just your Pinterest board, although there's always a happy medium. So, for our first one, Picket Railing. If you are tired of staining your railing or painting your railing every single year, aluminum Picket Railing is the best intro to your new low-maintenance lifestyle. What this railing means for you is no staining, no rusting, and no upkeep, especially seasonally. Just simple rinse and you're pretty much good. At Cascade Fence Deck, we carry in a range of finishes like black, bronze, and white, although black is by far the most popular. So it's easy to match your deck or your house color. Visually, it adds structure to your space, obviously, but without completely taking over your view. The pickets have a slim profile that keeps things feeling open. One quick heads up though, aluminum railing is durable, but if it gets scratched, it's tough to touch up cleanly. Powder-coated finishes don't patch like paint, so we take extra care during install to protect every section. Also, if you have kids, here's a past customer's take on Picket Railing.
We did really like kind of the cable railing at first, and then it was brought up from some of the designers that given that we have small kids, it's really easy for them to climb up on so just something for us to take into consideration, which we did, and ended up going with the black aluminum railings, which I think turned out great too, and our kids are already climbing up on that first section, so I think it was a very good idea that we went vertical and not horizontal.
All right, here's a little riddle. What gives you the view of glass without the fingerprints, but comes with a catch? That's our next railing, cable railing. This one's a favorite for people who want an unobstructed view, but without going fully frameless. These specific cables are from decorators and are tensioned across a 4-foot span, so you still meet code, but they don't crowd your line of sight. The catch is, if you're sitting on your deck, looking straight ahead, glass, which we'll talk about next, does give you the best view up close. But if you're looking at the deck from the inside of the house, cable railing actually disappears because of the thinner profile. Overall though, it's a good medium. That being said, it still drastically opens up your deck. Here's one customer talking about it.
The other thing was the railing, like I mentioned before, this was all wood and the slats were about this far apart. So it made the deck feel closed in, but now with all this here, I mean, I feel like I'm in my backyard up on my deck, which is awesome. Especially when you turn around and we have an awesome view of Mount Hood up there. That's why we have this deck out here, so we could see all the trees and all the beauty of our area. So we're just super excited.
In terms of structure details, the cables will be 3 inches apart from each other, and we do add a small vertical spindle in the middle of the post to prevent sagging and to maintain safety over time. We are also happy to retighten your railing anytime you need it, but we also recommend learning how to do it yourself so you have a full control of your space. Most cable systems take about 2 to 3 years to loosen up, so every 2 to 3 years would be a good time to retighten. Glass railing is probably the closest thing to an invisible railing you'll get, but is it worth the upkeep? For a full panoramic view, nothing beats glass. There are 2 distinct options though. The first option includes both a top and a bottom rail, sort of giving you a cocktail rail. But if you want a more open aesthetic, there's also a frameless, minimal post glass setup that maximizes your visibility. Other than the infinitely priceless views you'll have, glass railing will 1, help mitigate the wind when you're hanging on your deck, and 2, it's made out of tempered safety glass, so the same stuff that your car has is what this stuff has. So it's designed to handle impact and extreme weather. Just keep in mind though, frameless glass will need more frequent cleaning, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. Rain will leave mineral spots if you don't squeegee afterwards. So, some warm, soapy water, rinsing thoroughly, and drying with the squeegee to prevent that cloudy buildup should do the trick and keep things crystal clear. One thing no one tells you though, even beautiful railing has to pass the 4-inch ball test to be legal. When it comes to railing spacing, this is how it pencils out. Cable railing will be a max of 4 feet between posts with that vertical spindle in the middle. Glass is a max of 5 feet and picket is up to 6 feet. And if you're curious, yes, all the railing systems must pass the 4-inch sphere rule. That means no gap can allow a ball the size of a baby's head, which is about 4 inches, to pass through. We build those to code every single time. So most people think railing is where the deck ends, but actually it's where the fun begins. First add-on people think about is cocktail railing, which is the flat top for your rail. That usually is the same wood or composite material as your actual deck boards. It's ideally used for holding drinks, planters, or phones, but it's also a clever way to extend your footprint of your deck. Visually, it does tie everything together, and it makes your railing feel more like a part of your deck and not just a boundary. Next, we have railing lights. They're usually subtle, but they do add safety around stairs and drop-offs. But more importantly, they bring decks back to life once it gets dark, so you can use them for longer. And finally, a small detail that can definitely extend your night is extended height posts. These give a clean, secure way to string lights across your deck without extra poles. It's an easy way to create atmosphere and define your space, especially if nighttime hangs or outdoor dinners are your thing. At the end of the day, your railing isn't just about meeting code. It's about completing your space. Whether you want a cozy classic look or a modern open-air vibe, we can help you choose the railing that fits your home the most. If you're ever curious about what would work best for your home, definitely give us a call or drop us a message. We'd love to help you design something beautiful and built to last.